Hi guys, and welcome to my Pan That Palette update. In my last update video, and I called it like Pan That Palette June hiatus, I didn't think that was going to be like a prediction for the entirety of June. I didn't mean to take June out as a hiatus. I just got really behind in editing and filming and all kinds of stuff. Everything that I had planned just kind of, got away from me. I will have like an update, get ready with me kind of video. I had so much planned for June and I'm gutted that I didn't get to it. But gotta prioritize where we can. So, Pan That Palette. In the last update, I was talking about how bored I was with Pan That Palette and that I wanted to take a bit of a break, and I used different palette of eyeshadows, which I used for about a week. And everyone's comments, which I need to reply to everyone. I'm really sorry. I haven't been like really active on YouTube at all, really. But a lot of you gave me some really great suggestions. Like, one of the best ones was to scrape off the top layer, get rid of all the dead powder. That was an amazing idea, and that is what I did. So I went through and I picked out all of the oldest ones. So we have 28 altogether eyeshadows, and I went round and scraped off the top layers of them all, and they all work so much better now that I've scraped the top layers off of them. And in case you didn't notice, I hit pan on Dazzle Light. Like, look at that, look at it, it is beautiful. It's sad, but I'm so freaking proud of that. But I've gotten myself into a really nice routine with eyeshadows again. Now that I've gotten them laid out like this, and I've got this little quad going on here, I will either pick some styles from here or I will just grab this little quad and go. Like, I love this quad. We have Honey Lust, Honesty, Antiqued, and Red Brick. This makes a beautiful look, like really beautiful. But my most favourite thing to be doing at the moment is using Paradisco as a transition colour, putting Vibrant Grape. It is Vibrant Grape, right? Yes. Putting Vibrant Grape in the outer crease. Of course, using Dazzle Light as a highlight always, and putting Brush Speck on the lid. Sometimes I will go in with a bit of Stars and Rockets, make it a bit more purple. Sometimes I will go in with Green Smoke. No, Sumptuous Olive. Sometimes I will line with a bit of Plumage. As far as the browns go, like, I've been using Espresso. No, that's not Espresso, that's Corduroy, isn't it? Yes, I've been using Corduroy a little bit in my brows on mornings where I can't be bothered going into my makeup bag for a brow pencil. So I've been using Corduroy a little bit, using Crystal Avalanche in the inner corner. But generally, I've been really getting back into these eyeshadows. I should have filmed myself scraping off all of the powder, because it was a fun evening. It was fun. It took me about like an hour to do it all, because I was just taking my time with it. And it was weird. They were so, I don't know if it was because they were hard pressed or if they were just so dry. When I initially went in with because I used like a makeup spatula. I don't have one to hand to show you, but you know what I mean. Like the ones that have, it's like a stainless steel stick thing with a rounded tip on one end and a pointed tip on the other, and I used the pointed end to scrape off the top layers, and as I was doing the top layers, it would squeak, like every single one, and then when you started scraping out it would squeak, so I kept scraping until the squeaking stopped, and then I knew like all the dead powder was off, because once it stopped, I don't know why, it squeaked so much. It was horrible. It was a horrible sound. The only thing I can think is oil buildup, making the like really bad hard pan, and that's why it was squeaking. But now that I've taken off those top layers, everything is so much better. Even Ho, like I remember when I first got Ho, I loved Ho. Like, look how pigmented Ho is now. Like, when I got into doing Pan That palette and I start using Ho, and I was like, nothing is coming off. I build up, nothing. And now it's like beautiful. I have my like dusty pink back. I'm so happy. But yeah, I'm back on the Pan That palette train. I just needed to have my little freak out, give everything a clean up, cleaned out it actually like took all the eyeshadows out, cleaned up the palettes. That's actually a bit of Tipex. It won't come off. It'll probably come off like some alcohol maybe. But whatever. So I cleaned out all the palettes, cleaned all the eyeshadows off, took off the top layers, put them all back in, and they're actually in age order again. I don't know. I was about to say something about grouping with colour, but I don't know where I was going to go with it. But whatever's. I like the way the colours are laid out in here. There is an awful lot of brown. I will say that. There is so much brown. Girl don't need so much brown eyeshadow in her life. So that's where I am with Pan That palette. I'm glad to be back on it again and making some progress. And I'm super excited for having hit Pan on Dazzle Light. By next month's update, I know this might be a bit of a stretch, but I would like to maybe have hit Pan on Cork, maybe hit Pan on Retrospect, and possibly this guy, Tracks. Possibly. I do have a little bit of orb still going on. I'm still working on that. I know I could probably call it quits, but I like to torture myself. But I would like to try and hit Pan on those 3 eyeshadows for the next update. Hopefully this will be the start of something. Like I might start hitting Pan on eyeshadows over the coming months. I know I definitely will not finish all of these eyeshadows by the end of the year, but I would like to have hit Pan on a good chunk of them, at the very least. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Apologise for my little freak out last time. It's just something that needed to happen. I needed to breathe, I needed to vent, I needed to get away from those eyeshadows. And evidently those eyeshadows needed a bit of clean. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.